I went to the San Diego Zoo. That was cool.
Oh, yeah?
I went this past weekend, yeah. Because when you go to a zoo, you just really be like, how is your slavery set up in here? That's all you doing when you go to the zoo. You be like, exactly how is your setup? I want to know how much abuse is going on.
That's like the nicest zoo in the world.
It's the nicest zoo in the world. I looked it up.
Does it still feel like prison?
It's a nice prison. You ever hear about rich people going to prison? And you hear about them still playing tennis and shit at the yard?
Zane Maxwell prison.
That's what it felt like. But they also was telling us how the animals there live longer than they would in the wild. And that really was one of the selling point. Because in the wild, you got all kind of predators and all kind of things coming after you versus you getting spoon-fed each day of your life. And all you got to do is tap dance for 2 hours for the kids. It ain't the worst setup.
I don't know. That feels like some weird propaganda.
It might have been propaganda, but I fucked with it. It was good propaganda.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it's not true, but if they live longer in the zoo, like, is that really what God intended, you know?
Fam, it was a whole safari that you can drive. I ain't even just saying that. In San Diego, nigga, it's a whole bunch of signs say this West Africa, this way East Africa. In San Diego, of course, being ran by all white people, but it was hilarious. And you like, yo, you can really drive it, and you're watching the giraffes walk past the rhinos walk past, like some real Lion King shit.
Do they ever like fight? Like, is a lion like attacking a wildebeest?
No, they don't let the lions and tigers in there.
Damn.
But we asked these questions. We was like, yo, if y'all fed the lions and fed everybody, would they, be fighting and stuff? They was like, a lot of the attacking thing is instinctual, like, but you also have to be trained and taught that. So more than likely, since these lions was fucking from San Diego, nigga, they ain't no gangster lions. These is
they don't even know
San
that
Diego
life.
lions. Yeah, they don't know how to fight at all.
They're like Real Housewives lions.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not real wives.
It was cool though. If you ain't never been, you should go. You've been before though, right?
When I was like 7 or something.
Oh, word.
I think they were building the African safari part.
When the last time y'all been to the zoo?
Oh, man. When I was a kid. I haven't been in a long time.
Probably like 15 years.
See, it's been a minute. You against the zoo now because like Blackfish documentaries like that fuck you up, right?
Yeah.
You can't never go to SeaWorld
now
again.
that I know more, I'm like, this is kind of crazy.
It's insane to make a whale nigga live in a swimming pool.
We're just shipping them around the world.
These
guys are a whale nigga.
Live in a swimming pool though. That's crazy. No, I was there. I was feeling bad, but they made me feel better about it.
Did you consider SeaWorld at all in your San Diego trip?
Never once. Blackfish really, put me in my place. I've never been to SeaWorld, period, I don't think. Maybe in Florida a long time ago.
I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I think that curtain comes up when you're like 10. And you're like, this thing's sad. Free Willy. You did a whole family vacation. You went to Legoland?
Yeah, I did. I went to
Legoland. What is I don't know what Legoland even is. Yeah. Is it big Legos? Is it everything's made out of tiny Legos?
I don't know. It's everything made out of Legos, though. I think it's big and small Legos, but they tell you each piece how many Legos it takes to make each piece. Which to me is like, it's insane. They're like, this one took 300,000 Legos to make, and it'll be like the Eiffel Tower or some shit. Which is just crazy that you could like really be in a place that everything is made out of Legos, which I loved. I didn't know Lego had that many properties and themes too. Marvel and DC. They the only people that got Marvel and DC.
I feel like everyone wants to collab with Lego.
Top book.
Yeah.
It's all crazy.
I think Legos definitely still sell.
No, kids fucking with Lego. Lego the movie. Lego movie was out. They had the Batman Lego movie. Our kids actually playing with Legos. I don't know if kids will.
You said do kids still play with them?
Yeah. I feel like they do, yeah, but I don't know. I think we'll move away from that.
No, they play with Legos
They do
still.
both, though. They
I
still
would be
want to build
sad
things.
if my kid was playing with an
Lego's still
iPad
a
instead of
huge,
Legos.
like selling company.
It is?
For sure.
Yeah. They got Legoland.
Lego
think they'll just
Batman
have a
movie.
Legoland
The Lego
just-
Batman movie was hard.
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 Legoland is like,
For adults?
no, not even that. It's just like, it's losing money.
Now we
Is
gonna
it?
get into the goddamn books. This nigga didn't open up the goddamn books on Legoland. He's like, these niggas not profitable. Been in the red for years. We like, yeah, maybe, but damn, you killing kids' dreams and
In
shit.
my mind, Legos is making all the right moves. They're doing Lego video games. They have the Lego movie, which I thought was like I saw Lego movie coming out like on billboards, and I was like, this is going to be a commercialized piece of shit. And then it was amazing. The Lego movie?
The Lego Batman was crazy.
Lego Batman's really good too. But did you saw the first
Yeah.
Lego movie? The
Yeah.
The way the
just
builders
adventure,
versus
yeah.
the people who follow directions who don't.
Yeah.
The metaphors.
Really well done.
Great movie.
Is that a Disney?
That
Nah, Legos is own thing. I'm looking
Nah,
for their
it's Lego.
revenue
I
right
think
now.
it's their own thing.
You said
Lego,
what?
Lego's
Justice
still going
just-
on.
Justice just says
Billion a
anything.
year.
They still move.
Why you make them niggas? They about to fold. I heard next week. That's just what I hear. That's just me. I don't know. I know some niggas that build a block who telling me that. Nah. Should we get
27% last year.
how
Yeah,
much?
they're going
Yeah,
crazy.
it's just
right
the same exact thing. After they probably figured out the mold and the machines to make it, you just making them over and over. It's probably pretty easy for them to. They probably ain't spending on
profit,
real money. Yeah, easy
now.
profit.
There's no
yeah.
extra cost involved.
Yeah,
Lego?
bro.
That surprises
Why are you so
Why you hating
surprised
on
Lego
Lego?
is killing it?
Lego's been out since their parents. Like,
Yeah, I know, but like niggas ain't playing Lego.
Nigga, you are grown. you
Also, I
not
feel like
playing with
there's a good
Legos.
amount of grown people who still play with Legos too.
I know. I saw who was that? Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers. He got a whole Lego collection that he be building all kind of shit, like real human sized cars and stuff, and a whole bunch of weird shit. I don't know. That's a
I
random
did an
fact.
adult
I
Lego one recently. It's cool. It's good for your brain to like build some stuff, follow some directions, you know,
I agree, man.
get your shit done.
Can't
But
be hating on Legos.
every once in a while, you're like, what am I doing? Am I making, because it's also like making Aston Martin out of Legos.
I
It's
just
not-
bought a Porsche
Oh, yeah.
on
See?
9/11. I ain't made it yet. I be buying the shit. I'm the type of nigga that
How many
buy it
pieces
and look
is
at
it?
the box and be like, damn, that's dope. I bought that.
how many pieces in the box?
Like 8,000
Oh, wow.
was just I just bought it because
See, people
8,000 pieces don't sound like I'm gonna ever open it.
No, they break it apart.
Do you
They
do
make
puzzles?
it attackable.
I do puzzles, but I do more riddles and like as a kid I did more riddles and puzzles. I think I just want to jump into this Lego game because my girl's son like Legos. I'm like, let's do one together, but he not even fucking with it. So it's just me by myself.
He's not fucking with the Aston. The
He don't
Porsche
want to do
one?
no hard one. He want to do some bullshit.
Yeah.
The ones that say like his age, 5 and under.
You got to start somewhere. You can't start it.
I'm like 15
8,000
plus.
pieces.
Should we get to the show?
Let's do it.
Hey, welcome to Wine and Weed. I'm one of your hosts, Sterling Steelo Rip, aka that dude, aka S the B to your best of the breed, aka that third leg, no, it's just me, aka concerned father, aka Black Mama, aka RP Black Mamba, aka seasoned to styling to your stylist, and last but not least, your Uncle Elroy, with me as always.
I'm Chris Reinecker, aka the Chronosaur, aka your new baby daddy, aka Speed Bump, aka La La La, aka Like It, Love It, Gotta Have It,
Okay,
aka Elusive Moose. And we're back. We're back. We took 2 weeks off, but we're back.
Yeah, we are, and with us on the facts as usual, Miss Alahna Jade. That's it.
We only have 4 mics for janky production.
I don't have any AKs this week, but
Oh, word? Damn, came back dry as hell, boy. Well, if you don't know about the show, we do on this show, we go over the news, we do all of that while we drink a little wine, we smoke a little weed, and we get into all the different articles and talk a whole bunch of shit. If you guys know, we have a very, very, very special guest on the show today, a dope-ass R&B group, Division. 1985 and Daniel. I appreciate y'all for being on the show.
Hey.
Good.
Appreciate you dudes, for real.
Thank you for having us.
Been a fan of y'all for a while, you know what I'm saying? Y'all single been causing a whole bunch of controversy out here in these streets, I tell you that much. My girl is on the show and she don't like the single. Let's start with that. She heard that shit and was like, what the fuck? She was pissed about
hear
this
this.
toxic R&B, you know what I'm saying? But I
wasn't
love it.
pissed. I had some questions. Just because the lyrics are, if I get caught cheating, right?
God damn
So
it.
not like, if I'm cheating, I still love you. It's if I get caught.
Damn, I didn't know we was gonna jump right into why you didn't like the song.
No,
I was just-
I do like the song. It's catchy as fuck. And like, I haven't been able to stop singing it or getting it out of my head. That's what I'm more mad about. But I just think the lyrics are a little interesting. And I also just feel like most men wouldn't feel the same way if their girl was cheating on them.
Damn. I mean,
They wouldn't feel like their girl still loves them.
if your girl cheated on you one time and you found out, would you feel like your girl still loved you? She was like, I still love you. I be fucking these niggas from time to time. I be fucking these
I
niggas
mean,
from time to time. Stop tripping though.
I mean, I can understand the sentiment. Like, I can see somebody saying that.
Do you actually understand, or are you more saying you understand for your selfish reasons of wanting her to understand you?
No. I can understand that. I can I can see how somebody can get caught up in a moment and be like, I wasn't.
One time or continuously?
It says one
how
time in the song
continuous?
like that.
If you're just a cheater, like I cheat on you actively,
And
can you still love?
See, what I think is important with that is it's like, if she's cheating on me actively, my question would be more so, okay, first off, I might exit. I'm not saying I'm staying, but if I'm there, if I decided to, I'd be more interested in like, okay, what's going on that's making you do this? And that's the real question there.
Is that real?
That's absolutely.
I was gonna ask, is this the same lifestyle she had before me?
So you're more of a lifestyle thing.
Well-
like if I'm providing X things for you, then I should.
No, he
Yeah.
means
I mean,
was
like-
she living like that before
Yeah.
they got together?
Oh, like,
Was she
was she
doing
always
these things?
cheating?
Was she always this
Prior.
way?
She was cheating. So you saying like if she was cheating before and she's like, hey, look, calm down.
No, I
I
didn't say
cheated on my
cheating,
last
but
nigga
maybe
10
she
times.
was-
Only you one time.
No, not cheating, but maybe if she was, because I think there are men and women that take sex very lightly and are a little bit free with it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, from a sexist traditional standpoint, on this perspective, I'm gonna throw out. Like for me, do you really feel like some women? I mean, we're definitely in a new age, in a different time. But do you feel like women can have that? I guess that free range sex. That this don't really matter. I'm wiping my hands with this. I just did this. Or do you feel like?
We
of
in
course,
LA.
we are in LA.
This is happening.
That is an
So when you
that's
find
a
out-
strong answer.
Of course, women can do that.
This is happening all the time.
Of course, women can do that. I mean, the song is really speaking about, is really hopefully getting the conversation out, which is what's behind it, right? And a lot of people don't really take the time to realize that usually behind it, it's an ego-driven thing. It's more about people really trying to, like, whether it's conquer new things, stroke their own ego, prove to themselves they can do something. They don't feel that great about themselves, and this is what makes them feel desired. It's a bunch of other things.
So it's like the gym for them.
It's
Like, no, I'm saying, like, for me,
It's-
as a dude fucking and like cheating, as a nigga that used to cheat a whole bunch, like,
Yeah.
For me, I probably
Can I
feel
still
like
do I still got it?
It was
it's more
sport.
so that.
It's sport. Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, I can hoop,
So
nigga. Let
I
me
think
go
a lot
hoop
of
real
people.
quick.
This is not saying cheat and it's okay. This is saying that when you're doing that, the reasons behind it a lot of times are not what people think they are. How many times do we look at high profile celebrity situations and be like, we'll realize like women are like, oh, how could he cheat on her? Like she's so and so,
Halle
she's
Berry.
got it. How dare and every guy understands, because a lot of guys realize it had nothing to do with the girl. You can have the exact person that you want and still be chasing something else.
So if a girl
Is that what you say to yourself, or do you say when a dude cheated on a girl, you feel like you shouldn't be like, every bitch annoying to somebody?
Hey, what would you
Every
say?
bitch annoying to somebody, for sure. When I first heard Halle Berry got cheated on by Eric Benet, it broke my heart as a kid. I was like, what the fuck? You can cheat on Halle Berry? And then I grew up and realized Halle Berry was getting cheated on. And then I was like, she's doing something.
It doesn't.
I don't know what's going on.
It doesn't matter. A guy can have the perfect girl, and sometimes women can have the guy that they want and still just be doing something else.
Then don't be in a relationship.
So you're right. So if you were in the position where she was cheating on you,
Yeah.
and then she said, "Oh, it was just a one night thing. It was this super hot guy, and he."
First of all,
and
why would she come in
stroking
like
my
that? Again,
ego.
guns blazing.
And she was stroking
I did
my
it
ego.
'cause I saw his dick print.
But it
First of
wasn't an
all-
emotional connection.
Again, I could
was just a
believe
super
that,
hot guy.
but again, it comes down to
It still
comes down
hurts, though, right?
Exactly. At the end of the day, it comes down to ego. Could my ego handle that? That's a different question. Whether I can stay for that, that's a different question. But could I believe that you loved me and you really did just do some selfish ass bullshit? Yes.
No, she don't love you. I tell you why she don't love you.
Why?
Because she came in and caught that dude hot for no reason. Why would she not just come in and be like, yeah, I made a mistake?
and
If she came in and was like, hey, it was a hot dude. I fucked.
That's a big point too. I think that you can tell how much somebody feels for their person based off of how they move post that. Like,
Is that what you say? If I get caught,
no,
That's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole
That
other
is a
conversation.
whole different convo.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But no, it's more. I believe that. I don't know. It's a. There's so many different angles from this one topic.
Yeah, it really is.
And there's the commonly what you hear from men, commonly what you hear from women, and then realizing that there's exceptions to both, right? The biggest thing with the song, I feel, is like people hear the song a little bit wrong on first listen, maybe even second, third listen. They hear it a certain way, right? And a lot of what's being said in the verses kind of leads to what is being said in that hook. But I think people take the verses wrong, right? I'm speaking about being in a relationship with someone that starts to feel like unsettled, uneasy about whether or not their person's doing something. And then the person is, or me in the song, I'm talking about it from the perspective of like, yo, everything that used to attract you to me has now turned into the things that are making you insecure, right? You liked me because I was fly, I dressed good, I look good, I talk cool, people liked being around me, popular, whatever it might be. These are things that, you know, you admired in the beginning. And now, because I'm still that person when I leave the house, but we're in a relationship, those things turn to things that make you a little bit insecure. Now it's, you know, who you getting dressed up for, why you always got to be laughing and talking in people's faces, why you always got to be the center of attention, you're always, you know, trying to be the funny guy, whatever it might be. You know, that's why I say a fly nigga when you got here, charismatic when you got here. It's not saying I was fly and so you should expect me to cheat. It's saying I was fly, like all these things are things that I already was when we got here, but now they're turning into problems. Now they're making you search through phones and, you know, feel insecure. Look at DM messages, want to check, you know, passwords, all that stuff like that.
I saw Super Manipulator one time say that if you get caught cheating, you would care about your girl. Because you would do a better job than hiding that shit if you really loved her. And I do want to break her heart. If you
and I do believe there's ways that people cheat that say a little bit more sometimes. I think if somebody's like really like, oh, this is my queen, this is the person that I love and adore.
He gonna have 2 phones for sure.
You're gonna do whatever it takes to not hurt the person you really care about. Now, when you're outside sloppy, getting 10 girls pregnant, doing all okay, that's a little bit different now. Now you're showing like there's a different level of disrespect with it. And then it gets into the chorus, like, okay, why do we do this when really the truth is, even if I was cheating on you, even though it's not, I know I say if I get caught, but even if I was cheating on you, the reason wouldn't have been that I fell out of love with you. The reason would be maybe that
because you went through my phone.
I'm doing some.
I did it because you went through my phone.
I'm doing some shit that
This is your fault. You went
This is your fault.
If you didn't go through my phone,
now
this wouldn't
that's
have
fucked
ever
up.
happened.
That would be fucked up. Right?
The song is fantastic.
Thank you.
But I also think that there's a little like counter of like, don't worry, I've always been this guy, and then saying if I get caught cheating is kind of implying.
What I'm saying, I've always been this guy. It's not saying I was always the guy that was cheating. I was always the person that I always had the attributes that have now made you insecure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm speaking to. And then the chorus is kind of like saying, you know, if I was, it would have been some other shit. It's a self-indulgent act. It's selfish. It's about a bunch of things that are internal. That's why you can't teach someone to like not stop cheating. You can't do that. If they're gonna be a cheater, they're just gonna be a cheater because there's something else that they're trying to figure out, chase, attain, or whatever it might be.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's not about, oh, I stopped loving you today, so now I went and cheated. That's what we're trying to bring to the table is the conversations of, okay, so what's going on inside? That's what the point is. We knew that we worded it a certain way and that.
So when you've cheated in the past, that's why you cheated. I'm assuming you cheated.
I have cheated. Okay. I have cheated before.
Assuming we're brothers.
Yes. I've cheated. Back when I was a white man, because black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. Yeah, I stopped that shit a long time ago.
But yeah, you know, I've cheated and got caught. I've cheated and not got caught. I'm pretty sure I've been cheated on. I've seen it from a lot of different angles, right?
Yeah. How you feel when you like feel like you've been cheated on? Do you feel like damn?
Oh yeah, it's the shot to the ego. It's a shot to the ego, right? It immediately makes you feel small, makes you feel inadequate, and people start to look at themselves like, what did I do wrong? But I think a majority of the answer is not about the other person. It's about the individual. And that's why a lot of people are like, they can cheat and still want to run back to their person. They still like, I cheated at 4 p.m. and I want to go have dinner and watch a movie with my girl or my man.
When I was a
That's
shitty
very
nigga, yeah. When I was a shitty nigga, I used to say cheating was like going on vacation real quick. Like you might want to like fly somewhere, but you don't want to live.
yeah,
there.
you don't wanna live there.
You like nigga, this is a good
I love
view.
my crib.
It's a nice my town on the side of the beach, but I'm trying to fly back
Yeah,
home.
I
But
love
this
my
What changed your
comfortability
perspective on that?
on cheating.
On that view of cheating?
Oh, I probably just hated the person I was with. That was probably more of my real perspective. I just didn't realize it. But I don't know. I just think that for me, there's so much energy that goes into cheating. There's like a lot that you like. When I was cheating, you gotta live a different life. You gotta make sure that shit is set up a certain way. Also, I wasn't cheating like that because I would tell girls like, "Hey, I love my girl though. I'm just trying to fuck you and never talk to
So
you again."
you always let girls know that you had a
1000%.
girlfriend.
Yeah, 1000%. I have a home that I love. It's amazing stuff going on there. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm trying to fuck you. You don't even need my number, honest.
When you would tell girls that, do you feel like they would be more into it, knowing that you had a girl?
I was fucking easy off rip. Cause girls be like, at least you honest. It ain't had shit about me being honest. It's about them being hoes. But at the end of the day, we get all
Were they
meet
hoes?
up.
Were they a hoe or were you a hoe?
Both.
Both. You all hoes. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not a nigga that's gonna sit here
Just
and
a-
lie. and be
just
like,
a whole-
they
just a whole
hoes.
collective.
We was out here holding together, okay? There's a whole bunch of us.
All right.
But yeah, I was cool with that. I think as I grew up, I was just like, there are different things and energies and things that we probably not even told as men, young men growing up, that like we matter. That our bodies matter, that
100%.
shit fucking. Because you in your head just trying to collect bodies. You like, yo, fam, I'm that nigga. I'm out here in these streets. MJ, if he got better, he had to practice his fadeaway. If I'm going to be fucking right, I got to practice on these hoes. That was how my mentality was at the time. So, yeah, I think I just grown out of that and realized that I was worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something about trust and
No, I
commitment
definitely
in there too, right?
I definitely think that a lot of men need those kind of conversations earlier. I think a lot of women are taught earlier, even by society, just respect your body. Your body's a
sure.
temple. But no guy is told that.
Ever.
And I've had those. I've had the residue of those feelings because I've done shit and I'm like, why do I feel so shitty? Like why am I this girl didn't even deserve me. You know what I mean? Like feeling like that. Like I didn't need to stoop myself to go just do something with some random person that I don't even like that or care about like that. Right? And it's a lot about the self.
Wait, so you were cheating and then you turn around and said that girl doesn't deserve me?
No. I'm talking about sleeping with people.
Oh,
He said the other girl.
When I'm sleeping with people, even when I'm sleeping with people, like people I didn't need to give my body to this. I didn't take pride in the people making sure that I was always keeping myself to a certain standard.
It's so tough saying that. Like I did smash some chicks before and then been like, oh, why I do that?
Exactly.
Like really mad at yourself for
Exactly.
real.
100%.
But also like, I don't know. You don't want to make the girl feel that in the moment. You just got your hands on your head after you get done.
I might not tell her.
God
I have that
damn
moment
it.
in the bathroom afterwards. I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, wow, what have you become?
Yeah.
What have I? What have I done?
You know you hate a chick when you tell her you got a meeting. You like, I got a meeting. She's like, it's 4 a.m. You're like, bitch, meetings. I don't know.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Hey, I gotta go. Yeah, 100%. So
Business never
Well, there's
sleeps.
a
I don't
level
know.
of commitment you're breaking with the other person, right? Because there's a trust that's going on. So,
Of course.
in my opinion, if you agree with the other person, we can take vacations. Then that's cool. But if you're like, I
that
live
cheating?
and that's
here-
not cheating
Well, it's not cheating. It's
because you're
not
not breaking
cheating.
the rules of
Consensual.
your relationship,
No, that's not
right?
cheating.
That's how I look at it.
That's
yeah.
not cheating.
No. So
would you do that?
I wouldn't do. Well, I wouldn't do that. I don't do
He's
that.
like, I wouldn't do that if she can. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, probably. But that's part of it, right? Like then
course.
you're both making that
Of
commitment.
course, of course.
So then
So
otherwise
you would
you're
do it if
breaking
you
that
can,
trust.
but you wouldn't do it if she can.
Most dudes answer.
Most dudes would answer, yeah, because like, well, I mean, to be able to not get in trouble, but then you just have no responsibility in a sense.
Do you
have
feel
no-
like most
it's
women?
more comfortable not to, right?
Do you feel like most women, if the freedom was there and if the men were acceptable of it, would want that? Knowing the women that you talk to and have conversations with, where they'd be like, cool, you know what? If vacations are cool for both of us, I'm gonna exercise mine as well.
It's a trap.
Or
baby.
more women, or the more
letting
women
you know
find,
right now,
or the
you
more
nigga.
women think that I found the one I want. This is the man. This is the dick. This is the whatever that I want. I don't need others.
I think most women initially would say, I only want one person. But
Okay.
I think that over time, I think that could change per individual. I think that like for everyone, like if I'm with the same person for 15 years, like I know women who have relationships that have more open relationships where they have an agreement and understanding amongst like a set rule or whatever where he can do his thing and she can do her thing outside of the relationship, but they're together as a unit and that works for them. I just think that it's per relationship. I don't know.
Such a wild.
I don't know an aggressive amount of women that are like, oh, I wish I had a main and then also some on the side, but
You know a few.
I
It's
feel like I
sexual
would know
deviant.
So
a few,
with those
yeah.
people that are doing that, do you know if that was something that they started their relationship off doing, or was that something that happened gradually?
The person that I know is actually a friend of the podcast, Shan. She's someone who,
Good friend of mine.
yeah, so they have like an open relationship and she's very open about it. And I think that their relationship goes through phases where there's periods of times where they have more of an open relationship. And then there's periods of times where they don't really have an open relationship. And that's something that they both agree upon and accept. Because as your point to earlier, cheating is not just like, cheating is per relationship. Like every relationship has its own rules. What might be cheating to one relationship isn't necessarily cheating to another. So I think that there are people who go into relationships knowing that they want to have more of an open relationship. And then there's people who probably figure that out later, whether that's because you're just realizing that you don't want to be tied to one person forever, or maybe you're getting hurt through that relationship and you're looking for something else where like I'm not getting everything I need from this person.
Do you think most women or more women that you know that cheat, when they do, it's because there's something going on in the relationship, like a void, a lack of something?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear the same. I hear the same
The
thing.
girls I know that cheat just be niggas. They just be out here cheating. They just be wild as fuck. They've been cheaters for a long
but I think
time.
there's a bunch that feel like I'm not getting
Those
this
are
here,
called
so
affairs.
I'm looking for.
Those are different.
Oh yeah, that is.
Those are called
more of an
affairs.
Is that an affair? I always thought an affair was when
For
you
me-
keep something long standing with
Oh, that
somebody
might
else.
be
For
true.
me, it's like even when I even think about the thought, like why I wouldn't be open to an open relationship, it's because like if I'm fucking a chick, like a random chick, if I'm fucking, so whoever is having sex with my girl in my open relationship is fucking my chick. I'm guessing unless she falling in love with some nigga. He probably what fucking chicks? That's a wild film. I'm wilding out. I'm wilding the fuck out while I'm fucking. If it was some nigga that I found out like he was taking my girl on hella dates, I'd be more hurt, but I'd be like, at least she's being treated right, like a lady.
Oh, you would rather have that
Versus
one.
some nigga stepping on my girl's face with
And
his
right,
foot.
and right there, that's ego, right? That's
Well,
the male
it just-
ego.
Goddamn, damn right it is.
I think it just overall takes the like when you talk about what if this would work or what if this open relationship would work, it just takes the two right people to make that work. And for me, I think that
I'm wrong.
I think that 3/4 of people at least cannot actually make that work in reality of like, yeah, you can sleep with whoever you want, I'll sleep with whoever I want. Then there's gonna be this weird competitive thing. What if she's sleeping with
fucking
more
more
people
dudes.
than you? All of a
She
sudden,
counting them up.
all of a sudden
Telling
you're like,
them.
oh, we said this was okay. Well, it's not okay over here, but it's not okay. It just sounds like so much
Y'all watch
trouble.
the session?
Like
Y'all
people,
watch the session?
people in
Yeah,
polyamorous relationship, I'm like, that sounds like so much time. Can you really give like all your love and attention to like multiple people and like have a career, like and do other things with your life? Or are you undoubtedly not giving that person the love that they
I don't know.
could
Is
get?
do you look at love as something that you feel, or is love just strictly an action to you?
I guess you can give love and you also
You can
have
feel
love,
love, right?
for-
Yeah,
And, that's,
love
and
is
I think
all.
what we're talking about in the song, especially the song, is the feeling. It's like I didn't necessarily lose the feeling for you. What I did is I acted in a way that I shouldn't have acted.
Yeah.
Right. And the dope thing about this record, what a lot of people don't know. I mean, we've said it a couple times now that we've been talking about it, but we've had the song for like 5 months, 6 months. And what made us start off with this record was we would have people come into like Jermaine Dupri's studio because he helped co-write the record. He wrote the hook, and he also helped produce it with 85 and Brian Michael Cox. But we'd have people come in and we'd be playing music, just testing music on people, right?
Yeah.
Go to the club, tell a bunch of people come back. Go to whatever, tell a bunch of people come back. Listen to stuff. And every time we got to that record, the whole room would start arguing. Every time. every single time. We come back in half an hour, room is still arguing. Our room is still arguing. And we said, oh my God, the amount of conversations and sometimes the amount of progression that happens by the end of it. Because you end up hearing things on both sides and people be like, oh, I guess I get, okay. And seeing that's what made us say, this is a great thing to put there and let the conversation begin with our culture, but also just human beings and relationships.
That's
you know?
really cool.
Baby, can I play the record now? Or like, are you good with it now? Can I play it in the house or would you be tripping?
No, you're right.
All right, cool. Can we get to some articles
gotta
now?
co-sign.
Well, that's dope. That's an awesome reason to put a
Yeah.
song out there, and we're all about having conversations.
Right.
Yeah, we love
and
it.
look, your song just started another one. So
Yeah, we fucking love it.
look at that.
Congrats on all
Well,
the
hell
success
yeah.
too. It should be going crazy.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
a dope
been
song.
going crazy.
It's definitely been picking up
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's caused a huge stir. I mean, in the beginning, I was shook. I'm not gonna lie, because we knew it was gonna start conversation, but we didn't expect it to go that crazy that quick. Right?
Yeah.
Something wild, you got to stand
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it, like the next day it was like trending #1 in America. I was like, oh God. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, Division, how could you? Oh my God. Yeah. So much outrage. It turned into good. After the shock kind of weared off, and now people are saying more like what you're saying, like I can't lie, it's catchy, I can't get
No,
out of my head.
it
I
is
love
super
singing
catchy.
I love singing this song.
I did see that you said you addressed this, but I agree because Jay texted Jermaine Dupri and said it was the most toxic record. It also was in people's minds
that it was
Yeah, but
as
how
they
did it
listened
get
to the
out?
record that it was
Right.
toxic. Because I did read that and I was like, I'm wondering what the fuck
what type of
I'm about to
toxicity is about to
listen
come, right? And in our mind, it was just let's put forth this honest thing that we think that is gonna spark a great conversation. Not only that, but start the story off of the album because the album is in story form.
Dope.
So we can't get to the other places. We can't get to accountability, reflection, begging your girl back, crying in the rain, R&B, whatever, all the stuff that people want until we show the part where you kind of screw up, right? So
Dope.
that's kind of how the growth of the album goes and the growth of, the man, I guess.
Amazing.
I love that. Yeah, awesome.
Amazing.
Well, let's get into the news of the week.
Yes.
18-year-old Lollapalooza security worker accused of faking mass shooting threat to get off early. An 18-year-old woman working as a security guard at the 2022 edition of Lollapalooza in Chicago has been accused of making a false mass shooting threat. As reported by the Chicago Sun-Times, Janiyah Williams, 18, is alleged to have faked the threat at the internationally renowned music festival on Friday by first sending a message to a witness cell phone just before 3 p.m. local time. That message, according to Cook County officials, falsely claimed a mass shooting with 150 targets was set to take place at the 4-day festival. The person who received the alleged messages then reported to supervisors who reached out to local police and the FBI. Later, Williams is alleged to have told the same individual that her sister had told her about a mass shooting threat. When asked to share a screenshot showing the threat in question, Williams is further accused of having assembled a fake Facebook profile to write a post about a massive shooting set to take place that evening. Ultimately, the officials were able to link these actions back to Williams. At this point, the 18-year-old was brought forth in questioning, at which point police alleges she confessed to the fake messages in question. Furthermore, at least according to comments from prosecutors summarized in multiple local reports, Williams said the reason for making the fake threat was so she could leave work early.
Nigga, what?
That's so much work.
They're calling in for like sick. Just being like,
quit.
yo,
Just quit your
I
job.
don't feel well.
Just
Niggas is doing
leave.
fake shootings now?
Facebook pages, everything.
How
texting.
wild? They had to say they like to find it back on her page or how they do it? They
It doesn't say how they found out that she was linked to them, but
I need to know what event or party or birthday was going on that night that made her go that hard.
she's security at Lollapalooza, so she's already at the event. So what the fuck are you
There's
even
something
going?
else she wants. She had maybe
Agenda reveal.
appointment. Agenda
Always
reveal.
agenda reveal. It's always agenda reveal.
This gender reveal is going to be amazing. I gotta get out of here.
No, some nigga was putting in that work.
Oh,
and
it
she
had
was
to be for
she was like,
sure.
I'm getting off tonight.
It's so much more
For a
work.
fake shooting, you did a fake mass shooting. That's wild, film, and creative. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty crazy
nuts.
that she would call in to do
a lot.
that.
She works security for the event. I just watched. I think you just did
The
too,
Woodstock
the Woodstock
thing?
documentary, and there's a lot of realization of like how much security has in your hands at a festival.
Yeah, for sure.
Like those guys also realized that they could sell their security shirt for like $300-400 to like anybody who was a festival goer. So some of the security guys were just like, fuck it, and just started selling people their shirts so they could get backstage.
Yeah, I've definitely been.
But that was different.
Oh
They ain't had
my
real security
God.
though. That was at like they really hired 18-year-olds.
I've been at a actual concert with real security, and eventually we were looking around like, yo, there's a lot of people backstage right now.
Yeah.
Where did all these people get backstage passes?
Oh yeah.
The security were selling the passes out front,
Of course.
like the actual security for one of the artists.
Oh, you mean for one of the artists? Okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
Like
Because I've
hired
seen
security.
venue security be on bullshit where you like, all right, these niggas in a small town, they don't give a fuck. But like for one of the artists, that's a little wild.
That's crazy. You know how dangerous that is?
Yeah, super dangerous.
Just randoms backstage just because you made $300 on.
What's the market? Only $300. Do you know like
I
how
don't
much
know
they
how
really
much
made?
it was. I'm-
Yeah, in my head,
I'm
I
sure
want to
they came
know
up.
like how
Nah, they-
much they really made.
Because if you're selling it out front, like,
They came
do you
up.
think they made a deal beforehand, or if it was just like backstage passes?
Chris Brown charging a rack right now for meet and greets. That's amazing.
They're going up.
I ain't even know you could do that. I ain't know a rack. Would,
Well, you can always charge for meet.
I
and
know, but I
greets.
know $1,000 was a real
You can charge
amount.
whatever you
$1,000
want
is
if you think
high,
people are
but
going to pay for it.
Chris is making
I
sure
know
they get
people
their
really
money's
going.
worth.
I love it. I love to see people. It's crazy
Nah, that's
to
dope.
even think
Justice.
to spend a rack to
Make some notes.
come and meet somebody.
It's probably, then he also doesn't probably have to meet as many people because only the people with $1,000 can come meet him. How many people do you think he gets to do that?
Each actual.
I mean, even if
concert?
you only
Yeah.
get 10, you
Yeah,
just
he-
mate an extra 10 bands.
Yeah,
Are you?
night.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does Chris feel like he owes them like a?
It's probably
a
like
true
cash
meet and
too.
greet?
Right off the books.
you said what?
Do you feel like he feels like he owes them? Would he have to
No, if he was trying to owe them, he'd do it for free.
Because if it's a $20 meet and greet, you might just be like, "Oh, what's your name? Cool, good to meet you. Picture
Oh, you
later."
saying
Oh, yeah, for the
like if they
$1,000
paid
meet, yeah,
$1,000,
for
you
sure.
can't be like, "Hi,
Of
great
course,
to
like,
meet
I'm
you.
gonna
What's
do
your
whatever
name?
you want.
Picture?"
It
Whatever you want.
depends. I don't
Like,
know.
don't
I
you
feel
have to
like
learn about their family and stuff?
No, I thought he'd be getting like one wild picture with the girls. He like, you want me to get your picture? You bending over? All right, let's get that picture real quick. That's the 1,000 right there, and then you go on home. I don't know. If I feel like you always. I don't want to say pretend. It makes people sound like assholes, but you always kicking for a few for sure. Chop it up with people. You might want to get to know them, and then like for real, believe it or not, when it's somebody like CB, like your devout fans, you know them. You've been doing this for so long. There's no way in hell you don't know them when you go to different cities. You have like these fan clubs and different people who represent them. They're the people who would definitely spend $1,000 in a heartbeat to come meet you. And then by the time you see them, you probably already know half them people you can see them in pictures with because he's been doing this since he was fucking 14 years old.
That's a fact. Because even us, I definitely know. Like,
Yeah, you would know
you know,
your
I know a bunch of fans from each city. Like,
for sure.
I've seen you. I've seen the tweets. I've seen you in the posting the selfies. I've seen, I know
Everything.
The DM of, oh, this song changed my life, or I got married to this, or oh, that's you guys. Okay, dope.
A song that's still on your motherfucking computer that you ain't even get mixed yet. You like, how the fuck they get that? The fans be crazy.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison for drug smuggling. WNBA star Brittany Griner was found guilty of drug smuggling with criminal intent by a Russian court on Thursday. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison and fined 1 million rubles, about $16,000. Griner, 31, was arrested and accused of possession of vape cartridges containing cannabis oil at a Moscow airport in February. Griner pleaded guilty in early July 10th to bringing the cartridges into Russia, where she was playing during the WNBA's offseason. Last week, officials from President Joe Biden's administration announced a proposal deal that would exchange Griner and former Marine Paul Whelan, who was also detained in Russia, for Viktor Bout, a Russian arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death. The trade has been criticized by many people, including former President Donald Trump, who called Bout an absolute killer while referring to Griner as spoiled during the recent podcast talk.
Niggas basically saying it's not a good trade. They saying we need to get a couple draft picks attached
We
to
need a
this
little bit more.
before we actually
One of
see
their
this
nicknames
trade
was Merchant
through.
of Death.
Yeah, the Russian nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I will be real. When I first looked at it on the books, I was like, this is a little crazy that we are trading some Russian arms dealer for Brittany Griner. Now, obviously, I want
feel
Brittany
like that's why
Griner
the
home.
sentence was so high, because they're like, we got to make it so you feel like she's not coming back. So
Yeah.
you're like, nah, we got to add some more to the trade.
That does it. I mean, we get into business like Lego. We don't have to get into Lego's business, but like when you look at the WNBA, obviously they're struggling. It's hard for them to get people to come in support. Is it messed up that people like a Brittany Griner, who's an absolute superstar in WNBA, has to still go to Russia to play
Yeah.
basketball
Absolutely.
just to fucking have means meet here in the States.
Absolutely, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what
That's
do you
like-
do when the business isn't making money?
You go to Russia.
I feel like the NBA is in such a great place right now that I think the NBA could partner a little bit more and make things a little bit more favorable for the WNBA players.
That is true. We're watching like people like I think Dame Lillard got
Crazy
$260
contracts.
million 2 years
Like
for
there's certain players in the
$120 million.
certain players in the NBA make
Could
more
buy the
than all of
WNBA.
them.
They could just buy the WNBA tomorrow. Nigga, Dame could buy it right now with his new contract. I'm just saying he can
No,
buy
but
it
for
with his new
real.
contract. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, that's
How
that's a
much are
fact.
each? I'm about to see how much a WNBA team is worth right now. This is not even me being fucking funny. It sucks. No, it sucks because
Yeah, so because it's so lopsided, I do think there's room for the NBA to kind of step in a little bit more and take care of their own. Just my opinion.
Do they look at it like it's their own?
It's called the WNBA.
I
No,
know,
it is
but I'm
owned
saying,
by
is
the
it
NBA.
completely? Oh, it is owned.
It's owned by the
okay,
NBA.
okay.
It is
I still know if it was like
absolutely
a separate.
Oh, I
completely
didn't know
thing.
that.
what?
I
Yes,
just-
it's owned by the
WNBA.
NBA, guys.
They wouldn't even be able
It's-
to use
You-
NBA.
the NBA
okay.
wouldn't allow them to use that shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
owned by the NBA. It is obviously each team is owned by their own individual owners or whoever the groups are. But ultimately, yes, it is the NBA, WNBA.
it's all under the same
G
umbrella.
League, all under the same umbrella, all owned by the same.
Yeah, I
thing,
think I agree.
yeah.
There's definitely more that they could do to try to make
Yeah, it doesn't
make
need
it
to look
more
this bad.
interesting and more profitable for people to, be a part of it. For sure.
How can you make it interesting? Because look, I play basketball. I still do hoop. I love hooping. For me, the answer, women don't like to hear this. They're going to beat me up for this. But like the answer is like lower in the rim than 9.5, right? Where nobody at least knows it's not 10 because it still looks pretty high. You get that many more women who can dunk. Now you have because what it's all is entertainment.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the NBA still had to entertain in a certain way, whether that be Showtime with the Lakers, whatever it was, to bring in ticket people and people to buy tickets and bring people in for an actual show. The problem is WNBA's show is not necessarily the most exciting.
Exactly.
So then it can't bring in revenue. So then Brittany Grinders have to go over, because I think the highest paid WNBA players was $150,000 a year.
That's wild.
Bro,
That's terrible.
You can be on an NBA team and not play the whole season and make more than that.
nigga, you could be the video coordinator
For real,
and
though.
make $150,000 a year in the NBA.
Yeah.
You could be the GM
Is the
at
highest-
Target.
Is the highest played?
How much is it? 228 now. That's probably
You could be
Diana
like
Taurasi or something on the
a
way out.
famous world touring basketball player and not be able to afford a house in LA.
What
That's
in
not
LA? If you
afford a house.
if you
can't even
fucking play for
afford
the Sparks or the
that's-
Liberty, you are in trouble because you play in New York and LA in the two biggest markets, and you cannot afford anywhere to live. So you have to go.
But you still
overseas.
have this public profile too, which like kind of works as like usually people with big public profiles also get rich. So then they can, protect themselves when you're renting an apartment in New York and you're a fucking WNBA player.
Yeah.
That's
So do
fucking
we think
insane.
that this is strictly this is Russia's rules and this is how Russia moves, or is this
No, it's not.
Russia right
There
now
was a
because of what's going
I think
on?
it was a 17-year-old girl that got
Yep.
caught for a very similar thing.
Yeah, she was there
She
for
got
7
9
months.
months.
Or shit. Yeah,
She got
Like
17.
two months. Or
I don't think she was 17. I think she got caught with 17 grams
17 grams.
she was
Which is
19.
even
of
crazy.
She was 19, I
THC.
think.
Well, there's
when Brittany
also a
Griner had
whole-
0.7.
And she had a vape. It was just oil.
So it's right. So it's because of what's going on right now that they're doing this. That's what is that what it is?
It's probably part of our relationship as well with Russia. You know, when in our eyes at least, I'll say this: allegedly, Russia helped Donald Trump win the presidency. You know, he helped him kind of move the votes. So Russia had Donald Trump kind of in their pocket, like, "Hey, nigga, you do what the fuck we tell you to do, fam." And we, you know what I'm saying? We already helped you win and shit. Cool. The relationship was cool. Putin was cool. And now Biden's there, who ain't Trump. Doesn't have that relationship. We don't. It's a
And
fascist
we're
country. We
supporting
don't-
the Ukraine.
Yeah, and we're
while
supporting the
they
Ukraine
tried
right
to
now. What?
Invade the Ukraine.
They told us not to.
We've sent more money over to the Ukraine
So, nigga,
than
what?
the WNBA makes in like 5 years.
No, ever. It was. Well, we already gave them
Ever.
1.8
The
billion.
whole of- yeah.
No, we gave them 1.8 billion. That's me being funny and not being funny. I think ever.
Yeah.
We gave them 1.8 billion dollars, which is fucking insane. That we just be finding money too. When niggas want to find money for white people, they be finding that shit. They was like, yeah, we don't have no money for nothing. All y'all niggas, $1,800, $1,200, you motherfuckers getting a stimulus package. Everybody calm down. As soon as
it is
Ukraine got in
crazy.
the war, niggas said 1.8 billion. We got y'all.
It is crazy because he's like a fucking evil villain, and he's like, "Give me another evil villain back," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I guess so." But I mean, the other issue is that it's fucking marijuana, and there's a worldwide stigma against marijuana, and fuck that shit because
'Cause we
people
high right
are
now.
in a ton of trouble in the United States because of vape pens instead of flour because it's a concentrated substance.
Yeah.
Like we take everything about marijuana entirely too seriously, and I feel like if we didn't do this to our own country, then we could have a little more leverage in going, this law is ridiculous. But like it is ridiculousness, it's ridiculousness. It is ridiculous, but we're doing the same thing here
saw-
to people who live here.
That's how Neil Brennan say, who does Russia think they are? America from 5 years ago? And I was like, that's a fact, though. Like, yeah, I mean, we can't complain too much. We try to because we look at it and we know it's because, number one, there's a black woman. Secondly, on top of it, they really don't give a fuck. They don't value her at all. And then secondly, it's just, again, our relationship with Russia. They're really just being like, we gonna really stick it to y'all over a vape pen. If I'm being real here, come and get me. I flew around not too long ago with some marijuana. And people was asking me, how you fly with that weed? And I was like, nigga, that's my business. But I flew around with some weed not too long ago. And the thought of somebody being, Russia, of course, but somebody being in prison right now for, you're charging me for 9 years, convicting me for 9 years for a pen?
It's something that's so second
It's
nature
crazy,
here
fam.
that you might have it like, oh shit, I have
I
a
wouldn't have
vape
no
pen,
pen
and
on
I
me.
fuck it.
Did she
But-
even know she had it on her? Like,
Probably
Was this a-
not. I don't know. Or
I
you
feel like
over
if
there
you-
in
if
Russia for a while and nigga, you doing one hit per month.
Yeah,
So it's actually
It was
medical.
just
It was
CBD?
medical.
medically.
It wasn't THC?
oh, that's
It was
crazy.
just CBD? That breaks my heart even more. I thought it was THC.
I think it is THC because I swear that they said it's 0.7 THC and the other girl had 17.
But if
grams.
I
it's
feel like
just
you would have known if it was
CBD.
just CBD.
Yeah.
like that's what it would say in the headlines.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's THC.
But
But if it's ferment, if
CBD
it's fer-
is marijuana, but you can't get high off of it.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm also wondering
crazy.
if arms dealer gets caught by the U.S. when he gets back over there, is it like you're back, take over your arms position, or is it like is that a Russian accent, or is it like he gets back and it's like someone took your position, buddy? Like, what
Someone took your
happened?
position.
This guy's the merchant of death.
no,
now.
you're still a
There's
merchant.
new merchant in
back.
town.
Yeah, you
I
back,
mean,
baby. What's up?
Like, is us returning him like a big threat, or is this guy kind of retired because he was out
hell
of the
no,
game
he ain't
for so long?
retired. They want him.
How
back
long has he
there.
been in
back
jail
in.
over here for? Do we know?
Yeah, and
Man.
how did we catch him?
Because if he's
I
been
didn't
over
know
here
we
for 50
had the
years, he's
Merchant of
washed.
Death.
Just send him back.
Nah, he ain't washed. He ready, nigga. He been doing
Well,
nothing
you're
but-
right. Maybe he has
but
something
writing
to
plans,
prove.
nigga. He been writing plans for 50 years. Yeah,
He's been writing
he
in his
been
book.
waiting. How long he been?
How long has he been the Merchant of Death?
That name alone is crazy.
Does that mean like I know nuclear weapon guys? Like that's what he does?
It's
hooks up.
I'm clearly helping all these like bloodbaths that are happening.
Yeah, you
Whatever
supplying
when they
wars.
need the nasty
trading Britney
guns,
Griner.
they holler at me.
Damn.
The stuff that
It's
no
just-
one's gonna
it
say
just
is
feels
legal.
like an unfair trade. It feels like a different league. Like if,
It's absolutely.
like
and
we
I think that's why the
Can we
people
give
have been
them one
mad
of the-
about it. People
one
have
of their
not been
heroes back?
People have been not happy about it. People have said Biden was weak for this trade and everything else. I think it's crazy. I
no
don't
matter
know
what
who-
Biden does, people don't like it.
No matter what. But look, it's all about marketing, man.
Like, can Biden do anything that's right?
It's all about PR. It's all about marketing. Biden is only 3 years fucking older than Trump.
Yeah,
And Trump has made us believe Biden is dead already. He's like,
Yeah,
he's
like
the
he's-
oldest person.
he's a whole corpse.
He's like,
yeah.
nigga, what y'all the same age?
So
But-
Victor Bout has been in prison for 15 years.
okay, he been
So
doing this.
I guess the argument for letting him go is he is no longer a threat.
How?
Unless
nigga?
he's about to have like a
15 years ain't that
ABC
long.
television show.
No, they want him back
My
for a
brother
reason.
been in
though.
jail for
Feeling.
25 years. 15 years ain't that long, nigga.
So wait, is Russia? Did Russia put this on the table, or the U.S. put this on the table?
The
Oh,
US put it on
he
the
kind of
table.
looks like Ted Lasso. He has like this big mustache.
Let me see him.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that show though, where he gets
Is
out
Russia
of prison,
open
like,
to negotiations for Britney?
Yeah,
Or
they are. They said the
They're
9.
basically saying like, you got to put enough on the table and we can talk about it.
Well, they've already. I think this is enough. They just more been like, shut the fuck up, talking about it. They feel like we going to the press with everything and saying they want more of a private negotiation, which says they probably want more than just Victor. But look, I want Britney home more than anybody. An arms dealer though, I don't want some dangerous nigga getting let the fuck out who want to kill us. And he being like, all right, on his way out. He like, all right, nigga, I'll be back. Y'all bitches to see. Yeah, like I don't want that nigga being let out either. As much as I want to see some WNBA buckets being scored again.
you think we could see a movie that gets us on his side? Like he was the Merchant of Death, but when he gets back, no one knows who he is. And he's like, I got to work up this reputation again. You know?
And he's just
I'm going
like,
to take down the
back in
Russian government.
Yeah.
All this shit just propaganda. We watched American Sniper as kids and thought that shit was like, man,
Yeah, that was
he's such
crazy.
a good guy. It's like this nigga's murdering kids and all type of wild shit.
Yeah, that guy was Merchant of Death for sure.
He was definitely merchant of death for America.
Or maybe this guy is kind of like a hero in Russian media, the same way Brittany Griner is for.
He has to be for them to be even thinking that person would make a difference. There has to
Yeah.
be some value there that we're not understanding.
My question
Fuck,
is, who
you're
the fuck
totally
is
right.
Paul Whelan?
Fuck.
Who's the other nigga whose name just keep getting dropped in as a third person? He's a Marine, but what did he do? Is he our merchant of death already, and we trying to throw him in there on some?
Because we could
slick
totally
shit?
Yeah, like,
read a Russian paper that's like he's a Marine who's also known.
Yeah, they might be.
As
We
a
might made
Russian
that name
word.
merchant of death. Them niggas like that's Paul, nigga. They talking Victor. They call him Victor. That nigga name is Paul. He chill as fuck. He was. Huh?
He was spying.
Oh, so he's Bond. He's Bond for
He
the
was
Russians.
spying,
Oh,
which
they
is
need him
sick.
back. He's the one they really want
that's
back. They're
Jason
throwing in
Bourne
the
right
other
there.
names like,
Our dude's a spy.
huh?
Our dude's
Yeah,
a spy.
Paul Wheeler.
Yeah, Paul Whelan's a spy.
Oh,
He's
Wheeler.
from American. He was Jason
Bourne
Bourne.
was
Yeah,
written for his part.
Oh, he's
Oh,
a Canadian.
my God.
Oh,
We're
word. Y'all
negotiating
niggas
on
better
behalf.
Get that nigga back, man. Get that nigga back.
Wow, we're negotiating on behalf of you guys to get your Canadian spy back.
That's crazy.
Canadian James Bond is a movie I'd like to see as well.
He was working for the U.S.
Oh,
He must be really
He
good
must
then.
be really
He like
good.
Mike Myers.
I
be
told
like
you, he's
that guy.
Bond. He's Bond.
He's probably pissed that everyone's
He is
learning his
Daniel
name
Craig.
right now.
The Americans are recruiting a spy from another country.
That is why I go
How
for it.
amazing do you have to be?
Nigga, that's kind of wild though to be like, hey, we don't want any of our own getting trapped. Let's get
Get
some
that guy.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Tell them niggas to come on down. Like that's wild though a little bit.
But when you think about it, Canadians could be good spies.
Yeah, because they just polite and shit. You don't think
Disarming.
nothing about it. You like, all right, nigga, cool.
Oh no, that guy's Canadian. There's nothing wrong.
Looking around the house.
Yeah, nigga, cool, bro.
Sarah Leone forward misses his own wedding to sign for Swedish club Malmo and gets his brother to stand alongside his bride in his place.
Did the
Damn,
bride
they must
know
look
this was
just
happening?
alike, nigga.
Mohammed Bayou Turi's bride announced he'd be absent from their nuptials because his football club wanted him back early for preseason training. The wedding was set for July 21st, but Swedish club Malmo wanted the 27-year-old to join up with them as soon as possible. So Ture missed the ceremony and was instead traveling to Sweden to be unveiled as a Malmo player on July 22nd. But in a plan, his brother switched places with him at the wedding to walk alongside the bride. Ture told Swedish newspapers, "We got married on July 22nd in Sierra Leone, but I was not there because Malmo asked me to arrive earlier." Ture, who had posed for his pictures with his wife on their wedding outfits, left for Sweden before. "We took the pictures beforehand, so it looks like I was there, but I wasn't. My brother got to represent me at the actual wedding and walk her down the aisle."
Damn.
See, now when he cheats,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, first of all, why
That's
would
wild.
the soccer club not allow you the one day?
one day, or why couldn't you just move the date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something just seems like I'm not that invested.
He don't
in
wanna
being there
marry
right
her
now.
that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah.
Something's going on weird.
Or you could have a whole family that's like, we came here for this.
You're a soccer player. And
Yeah.
clearly an important soccer player. So you
Yeah.
got some money.
You've got some paper.
Yeah,
you
just
you can
move
move some things
can
around.
figure it
Yeah,
out.
I don't get this. This is really
You guys
weird.
could have done what do they call it? Like, you guys could have eloped even at that point.
Or
just
zoom
to
yourself
do it
in.
with
Nigga,
her.
do something. Like,
Zoom yourself.
I'm saying, nigga, just do something that
Guy
says,
sent
I am here, I am present.
He sent his brother.
Other than letting your brother get all close to your wife, like, you may kiss the bride, nigga. Like,
Why are you
hey,
even okay with that?
We're method.
Why would you even be okay with your brother?
do it.
The wife knew? Like ahead of time?
Did they do the
fucking
kiss the
already.
bride
when,
part?
when he got signed, they decided to do it that way. He had to have, right? Yeah. What was he doing if he wasn't doing?
What the phone?
Sorry. What was he doing if he wasn't there? Like
He was at practice.
was he in the middle of
preseason.
a game? He was, or
No,
he was,
preseason.
they
They
wanted to
wanted him
start
back.
preseason
Nigga, they wanted
early.
him back for practice. That's the crazy. This ain't talking about a game. This practice.
just in your
Y'all
mind. You're like,
this is the real
my-
game. My marriage is the real game. This is the real game. This is my Super Bowl, fam.
Yeah.
It's one time. I'm just trying to make sure my wife have a good day. And you like, hey, you gotta
You gotta
run
be
these
here.
scrimmages,
we need drills.
nigga. Yeah,
Oh my
suicides,
God.
nigga.
Yeah,
like
that's,
what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
For him to agree to that means, I mean,
hate her.
my thing is like that. Even you have to look at the. I mean, this sounds like I'm going in on him, but I mean, at a situation like this, like, do you really want someone that's not gonna just stand up for you at that point and say, nah?
You ain't see his check, huh? You gotta look up his money.
Okay, dock the pay for this one season. I play soccer every year.
He probably getting like 200 something.
Did he
million, bro.
argue it at all, or was he like, "Oh, I'm going to the major leagues"? Yeah, yeah.
There has to be somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
for them
you
to be
can just
talking
marry
about
her
him
for
like
me.
this, no?
I'm gonna look him up. What's his name?
Yeah, let's find out what he's getting.
Nah, he can't be a superstar. He keep calling this nigga Sierra Leone Forward. They ain't called this nigga
No,
by his
no
name
last
one
name,
time.
no
That's
ever.
that's why I think
Sierra
it's
Leone
not.
Forward, nigga. You a
That's why I think it's a guy who's getting his shot and was like, "Look, this could be my shot, and like I can't not go to practice
Cool.
the first
Get married
week."
a different day, bro.
That's
Like,
what I
it's not
think
that
too.
deep.
Yeah, you couldn't move your wedding.
Or he's like, "This is my shot. Fuck this life.
Or
Fuck
you
this
tell the
woman.
team,
I'm
if
just
you want
gonna
me to
get out
sign
of
with
here."
you, I need this one day. That's part of my signing.
No, he's
Niggas
begging
cut
to.
your
He's
ass.
begging
You
to
look
get
up
in.
and you cut.
They'll be like, "You're not dedicated.
Maybe he just has anxiety.
You're not
You don't
dedicated
have
to
be
the
that
team."
popping to say you're getting married.
He got
Marriages
a
are
million.
planned,
He got a
like-
million followers now on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
probably
It's like,
'cause it
That's the
is.
guy that didn't go to his wedding.
That is the guy who made
Isn't that
this.
messed up how society is now? You could do the craziest thing and that's what'll boost your whole profile.
That's why we got to release Nucky into the wild.
Like the what was the dating guy movie? The twin Tinder swindler?
Tendler's
This guy is
swindler.
up like he's up probably like made more money afterwards than he did off of swindling
and
people.
he's still out here.
Is he?
He's like
He ain't
teaching
never get
courses.
arrested.
I
He
thought
out
they
in the
got him.
streets.
He's like teaching courses.
I thought he
didn't
didn't
know
do
he was
anything illegal technically. Because he was just
he made
was a lot
them
of
do the
fraud.
illegal stuff.
Yeah,
He was on like small things, small.
he was
things he got
Canadian
for.
too.
That's a lie.
I made that up. Yeah, as long as you know I made that up.
Frank Ocean releases $25,000 cock ring.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean just dropped
Wait,
an
$25,000 or what?
cock ring or dick ring. What are we saying? Cock ring. Frank Ocean just dropped an 18K gold iced out cock ring retailing for $25,000. The XXXL H-bone ring with stones is handmade of 18 karat yellow gold with an array of channel set princess cut diamonds and layers that express a pixelated bone or an H motif finished with a high polish. This ring arrives alongside Homer's A-OK icon. The A-OK series features a pendant in 8 nano ceramic colors, a pendant with gems, stud earrings in silver and gold in 2 sizes, a keychain and a restock of the A-OK ring and belt buckle. Prices range from $300 to $7,000.
For the cock ring. Oh no, for his other jewelry, he got a couple $1 million pieces, some other shit. So he definitely got jewelry more than that. It must be for the cock ring.
Is it one cock ring, or is he selling multiple? Like, he has a line
Is it
of
the
cock
collection?
rings?
It's a line of cock rings for sure.
So
I don't think it's a one-off.
if it was one, I was like, he knows who's gonna buy it. Like,
He made it for
He got one buyer for sure.
There's got to be a guy.
The prince of.
For you to buy a $25,000 cock ring though, like that's a stunt. You don't feel like in the gay community you can come
It has
out.
to be a gay guy, right? It has to be.
I think
well, it's Frank Ocean.
I think
selling
it's
it as
probably
well.
for a gay guy if I had to guess. But also in my head, I just feel like if I'm gay, I'm stunned with this ring for sure. I'm coming in with this ring on to the gay club, dropping my dick on the table and being like, "What's up?"
Just get arrested.
You're like, "Come on, sir,
So we're gonna
Come
need
with
you.
come with us." I don't know why you thought because you were gay this wasn't illegal. This is illegal. I don't know how to be gay. I just got here. This is new to me.
I'm gonna say if the guy who buys it is straight, I would say that buying a $25 ring for your cock is kind of
$25,000.
$25,000 ring for your
kinda
cock
what?
is kind of gay. So I don't really.
What you mean? You
believe-
hating on it?
No, I'm just saying if you're just on, I don't know. Maybe I could see there being a
There might be a woman that
section
likes
of women that's
They might be like, ooh,
really-
he's iced
If a
out.
chick,
Yeah.
oh okay, you said
Oh,
okay.
he's iced out.
What if a chick bought it for you? What if a chick was like, I
Maybe
bought you
she's
something,
proposed with it.
something special, huh? But y'all must already be on cock rings. This is not your first. This is not anybody's first cock
But like
ring.
who? But
you
the
don't
jewelry
start with this
how,
cock ring.
How does that become? I just don't understand how that becomes like something that you want. Because isn't it gonna be? It's jewelry.
Nigga, I size you up. Like, let me see what size you is. Okay.
Are you walking around with it? No, you can't be walking around with it during the day. That would hurt. Just getting pinched by diamonds all day.
I think everybody into different
Ah.
things. It might be somebody out there that's like, I wear cock rings all day. I don't know who that person is, but I'm pretty sure it's a community
somewhere
of people.
out there, somebody.
It's a community of people for sure who rocking cock rings.
Are they for like daytime use, or is it just like a?
In my head, man, I think that the more money,
don't know.
the
You
more
know?
money you get in life, the more obscure and weird your shit get. You know what I'm
just
saying?
get
Army
into it.
Hammer was out here eating people. Apparently, that nigga's a billionaire. Apparently, when you make it to a certain level, you just start doing weird shit.
Start doing
There's
weird shit.
somebody out there that's like, nigga, I'm getting a lot of money and ain't nothing really, scratched my itch yet. And then he flipped over the pages and saw that $25,000 cock ring and was like, nigga, here we are.
Yeah, there it is.
This is for me, huh? They got something for 5,000 with no diamonds in it. Don't come out here not stunned
Aw, you can't
with a
do- you
regular
can't do-
gold
yeah,
cock ring.
you gotta
fam.
bust it down.
Yeah, get your bread up.
I think definitely it's used during sex, but then I imagine
sex?
that,
That
after
has to be
that
painful.
sound-
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be painful.
I think
I'm
it
like,
is
how can
supposed
that
to be
feel
painful.
good?
To who?
I think
It's
the
people, I think it's
person
people that
that's signing up
like
for this
people that
likes
like that
pain.
kind of pain.
I think-
It would hurt the girl.
I don't know if it's for girls.
I don't think it's for the girl, baby. Yeah.
well,
Wait, it's supposed to
Is
feel
it-
good for the guy? I thought it was something that's supposed to feel good during.
No.
It's not something that's supposed to feel good during anal. That's what I
think-
thought it was.
Oh
I-
no,
I don't know about all that.
I didn't know about that either. I think I heard more
Maybe
that
I'm
it was like
confused about-
supposed to make you come harder than you ever came before.
I feel like a cock ring
it's
like
supposed to feel good for the
tightens it a little
guy.
bit.
Yeah, I think it's supposed
Yeah.
to make
How
all
can that
your
feel
shit-
good to? Wow. All right.
I don't think nobody
I didn't
in the
realize
game
it was
feeling
metal.
good.
No comment.
God damn
It's
it.
in-
We are
That's a
getting
whole.
deeper into this
That's a whole different type
category.
of thing. Those are toys.
Yeah, well,
This
this is a different
real
thing than
hardware.
a sex toy. Is the diamond cock ring?
Hardware is nuts.
I just think that most of the time it'd be for sex, but once as a joke, you'd like look over at your like husband, you'd be like, "I'm wearing the cock ring during
Why'd you whisper?
during the day."
Yo, this is definitely from a sitcom.
Nah, it don't sound. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like people collect a lot of things. I don't know. It might be a collector of cock rings out here. All you need is one buyer.
If a girl asked you to wear a cock ring, would you wear it?
If
For
a
her?
if a girl asked me to wear a cock ring,
Yeah, if she was like, "Ooh, I bought you this cock ring. I want you to wear it."
I'd be like, first of all,
night.
Wear it for what?
she put
Like if you guys went out to dinner and
she
was like,
putting up
"Before you
MJ
guys
numbers.
left."
First of all, for her to be like, "Oh, I bought you this cock ring," and all we did was go to dinner. This bitch is wild. She is out of
No,
control.
I'm saying before the date, like you know how guys buy girls like vibrating panties or whatever. Like, ooh, wear this tonight.
Are we dating or is this bitch just
Sure, you're
buying me
dating.
shit?
You're
You guys are
dating.
dating. You guys
Are we dating?
But
And
you
she
guys
was
aren't like you guys are just newly dating. So
She
you
pulls
just,
up the
Why
she a billionaire
why so
bitch.
specific?
Frank
It's
Ocean
newly
3000.
dating, couple months in,
Yeah,
haven't met the
but
mom.
she got money. But she got money. But she got money. I'll be real with you. I'll be like, nah, I'm not into this. But if she put out that Frank Ocean cock ring, the $25,000 one,
With the
I'll be
diamonds?
like, yo, bitch, I never was into cock rings.
Until this very moment.
But I tell you, you do know how to treat a gal.
You know how to treat a gal.
Nah, I'm not
Damn.
into cock rings. Cock rings are wild.
You
fam.
wouldn't go, how did she get that cock ring? Because what if she didn't pay
It's on
for it?
site.
What if somebody left it on her
That's
house?
wild.
She robbed the nigga for the cock ring?
She just
That's
gave you a
wild.
used one?
Yeah, what if it was a used cock ring?
You're like, this ain't even new.
Maybe you got scratches on this
Yeah.
cock ring.
Oh
Like,
my
this gold got
god.
scratches on it. You know?
The refurbished?
It's a diamond missing.
I think a diamond's
It's a
missing.
diamond missing.
That's
Cock
not-
ring,
that's
baby.
crazy.
Did you drop this?
Plus, can someone else buy your cock ring? Don't you have to get it like sized?
You got to get inside.
No, it said it came with a size. It was like triple XL or something, she said.
Imagine her coming to you with the wrong size cock ring. You get embarrassed and shit. My dick all loose in this cock ring. The fuck you? Put me this cock ring before you knew this cock ring was gonna fit me. he mad at her.
Ego.
Yo, thanks Division so much for coming out.
Yes.
In a couple months, hopefully, yeah. This is the first
Yeah,
single.
look, tell you, y'all doing a great job for it to be the first little taste of this.
Check
one,
out
yeah.
the single and let us know in the comments how you think on the conversation.
Yeah. Join the conversation.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all again. Zip it up.
Zip it out. See you next week.
Bye.
That was fun.
Nah, yeah. Move now.